Yes.
Greetings, family. We're going to try this one more time. Listen, yesterday, unfortunately, our YouTube video on the study of the Iraqi dinar, it did not upload. Now, we do have, of course, our files for today, but I'm not going to share those until we give you yesterday's report. And the bad thing about it, why don't you back it up and show the family what we're doing here? What we're forced to do is I've set up the camera where we have the video from yesterday that did not download on YouTube. And we're going to use that camera that we're using right now to broadcast, and we're going to place it right here. And I'm going to aim it at that other camera, and it's going to show you the video that's in our camera that did not download from yesterday, okay? Now, before we get started, I want you to know that the video you're about to see from yesterday, our Firefly, as you know, he's giving us a play-by-play, a day-by-day experience of what's going on in Iraq. Not just with the monetary reform, but with their economic reform, with the commercials that they're blasting everywhere, not only on the television, but on the electronic billboards that we told you would eventually come. Now, the video you're about to see, that actually was from yesterday, it's entitled, Firefly Tells Us of Another Bank. Well, it turns out that today there's even another bank. And tomorrow there will be another bank. What? Well, when you see the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Also, I want to highly recommend that you go to post number 132. If you're not a member of my site, I encourage it. It's free. Go to ktfalways.com. That's our landing page. Look on the top right-hand side. There's a little login button. Click it. And it asks for a username, a password, and an email. Call yourself something nice. And, don't be a spammer. Because once you hit enter, you got to wait 24 hours. If you try to come in, you'll mess everything up. You have to wait 24 hours. Our staff will approve your request, and then they send to your email, come on in. Use your username and your password. My thread is called Frank26 Daily Posting. And in there today, post number 132. Again, it's every day this rhythm, this mantra, this heartbeat. Every day, somebody is telling you Iraq is Article 8. An economist comes out today in this post 132 and they say the budget of and by the way, what did we tell you about the budget? In fact, you'll hear it in this recording. We talk about it a little bit. The budget is different. Walking Stick told us, and we shared it with you, the budget is 2020 and 2019 are completely different in the sense that maybe it's a new rate, in the sense that everybody is now being taken care of, in the sense that H is in it, in the sense, whatever it may be, check this out. Economists in Iraq today is saying that the budget of 2020 will turn the country of Iraq into an open market for international capital. Every day. All that we wait for is for Iraq to make the statement that everybody else is making about them. By the way, before I get started to show you this video from yesterday, I had somebody that made the comment on my videos, and they said, Frank, thank you for your information. I don't like your dramatics. I don't like your antics. I don't like your drama. And you should mind your own business when it comes to world events. You got the dinar down good, and that's why I come to listen to you. But for you to talk about China and Donald Trump and contracts and this and that, you have no idea what you're talking about. I wish to defend myself. These are the newspapers just from this week alone. These are Chinese newspapers. These are the heartbeat of China and the reasons and why they are doing what they are doing. And when you tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest that you go somewhere else. I don't need that. Please enjoy this video that belongs from yesterday. And as far as today's video, I don't know if I'm going to release it. We'll see. If not, join us tomorrow on our Monday night conference call. They're long, they're powerful, and they're copied and pasted by the whole internet. I pray to God that it is of some help. Here we go. First, let me turn this on, Tank. And there's the video right there. Go ahead and give me the camera. Let's see now. I think the thing to do is probably to zoom in on it. Put the microphone on it, Tank, so that they can hear it and I don't have anybody yelling at me. Here's a sweet person. I've been following Frank for many years. He knows what he's talking about, I can assure you. Well, now we have to convince everybody else. No, that was a bit conceited. All right, now let's zoom in on this tank. Can I zoom in on it? Mm-hmm. Do you know how to zoom in? Oh, that's so cute. I didn't know you could do that. It's up here up on top. Okay, hold on. Y'all bear with me, okay? I'm doing my best. Go ahead, Tank, and do it again. That's clever. You're gonna have to teach me how to do that, okay? Okay. I think we can get away with that. What do you think? Let's see here. Let's get this thing started. I'm not gonna talk. Let's see how this works. I can't hear a word he's saying, Tink, because the volume is turned down. Oh, gee whiz. At least I'm having fun. Hold on. Where's the volume? Where's the volume? I turned it off. Watch out. Yeah, I might push the button and make it blow up on us. Yeah, the volume up. I turned it off in church and I never turned it back up, the volume. Love your presentation, Frank. As an educator, I know the importance of... Oh, I missed what it was that they were saying. Oh, okay. That's a little bit more focused. Go ahead and hit play while I'm trying to set this up. Wait, this thing ain't gonna work. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Here.
Trying to see.
I know. Is it doing it?
Yeah, go up. Keep
Go
going.
up, keep going. Am I doing good?
Keep going, yep.
Tell me when.
All the way.
Oh, it's up. It's all the way up. Let's see. What?
Greetings, family.
Oh, hello! It works! It's alive! It lives! It lives! Oh. Go ahead and listen. I'll plug the speaker.
No, it has to go in yours, yeah, not mine.
It has to
That's
go in
why.
mine?
Yeah, because you're going to record it here.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm sorry. I just work here. I'm sorry. I clean the floors. I do a little maintenance on the side. That's brilliant. Now, put it underneath.
Where the,
I know I'm struggling and I'm trying to Plugged in. Got it.
That's how to turn this.
Okay, now, well, this is fading away. Y'all having fun, by the way? It's sideways, it's crooked, but who cares, huh? Let's see if I lift it up a little bit on this side. Hey, Frank, what? You ugly. Hey, Frank, what? You got those Chinese newspapers? Yeah, I got Chinese newspapers. Why? You read Chinese? Yes, I read. I read a lot of things. Why you ask me that? Oh, are you Chinese? No, I'm not Chinese. Why you ask me that? Oh, what's your last name, Frank? My last name? My last name is Lee, and my first name is Ugg. Frank 26 YouTube videos. Okay. We are studying the Iraqi dinar. I don't know. And before we do anything, I always want to make sure that we understand that this is a speculative investment. Ask them if they can hear me. There's no date, there's no rate to be offered. It is the proper way to study a speculative investment. All right. Now, with that said, and also that everything I'm about to share with you is strictly in my opinion, let's have some fun. I'm sorry to bother you, Ting. I may have to borrow your glasses. Are these right here? Okay. It's just been a long day, and I honestly cannot see anymore. Who cares, Frank? Just talk. Thank you. Alrighty. What we do on these calls is that I give you the continuing, I call it the autobiography. I think it's all said. Please enjoy, family. Of the heart of the citizens in Iraq. For those of you that don't know, we have some people in Iraq that are communicating and sending us on a daily basis. I'm making a note over here. Walking stick, remind me. Okay. He just texts back. What was I saying? Yes, a daily autobiography by this gentleman. We call him Firefly 77. So, let's get straight to work, and let me share with you what happened today. The things about 77 is that what he tells you are the things that we are studying, and he gives you their reaction. Our finger is on the pulse of the citizens' conversations about purchasing power that has been promised to their currency, that they, the CBI, is telling the citizens in Iraq now it's coming very soon. It's coming very soon. Okay, that's good. That's good. We don't put no date to it because we don't offer dates. I'm glad that the CBI is telling the citizens that, yeah, your purchasing power is coming very soon. Now today, Firefly 77's report gave us some information that we didn't even know about. And we've been following it, and we understand it better now, and it's good. It's also information about what they're saying now about the ATM machines. It's pretty cool. So let's read this. And then afterwards, I promised you to start a conversation with you about you going to exchange. When you feel that you're ready to go exchange your dinars for whatever currency you want to exchange it for whatever financial gain that you can make. I told you that I would like to start talking to you about it. And tonight, I want to talk to you about a so-called 800 number. And I want to talk to you also about the currency that you possess. Because before you go and exchange, you better make sure that you have the right currency.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Firefly 77 called today saying that the Firefly 77 called saying today is ATM day on the televisions in Iraq. The TVs are plastering all over constantly today by ads from Chi-Han Bank. Chi-Han Bank formed in 2000. Now realize you've got your finger on the pulse, not only of the reaction of the citizens of Iraq with the monetary reform that is being now drilled into them by the CBI, but you also now have what the CBI is doing in preparation to make the announcement that they are Article 8. I love the fact that what we talked about yesterday, that this coming Sunday, Western Union is going to offer to wire transfer money out of Iraq to other countries. That's impossible. They're Article 14. Now, unless tomorrow they announce that they are Article 8, I don't know how Western Union is going to do that. Along with iPay-Link, along with many of the other companies that are going in with freedom of capital, with freedom of movement of their capital. Not under Article 14. He said that Chi-Han Bank formed in 2008 in Iraq. They are saying in these massive commercials that they have ATMs all over Iraq. The latest and more efficient ATMs is showing pictures now and locations throughout Iraq where we can find them. The commercials have a new motto. They are saying that their new motto is ATMs. It's not just what it does. It's what it does for you. That's cute. The commercial, it says you can spend, excuse me. The commercials say that you can send and receive money from around the world with your new ATMs and the MasterCards and Visas. You're Article 14. You have to be Article 8 to do that. Do you understand what they're preparing for? Good. So it says you can send and receive money from around the world with new ATMs and MasterCards. Also, Chi-Han Bank talking about iBanking. Not under Article 14. Talking about iBanking and showing ATMs in new malls in Ebro. But I tell you, one of those 5 files was about settlements, right? No wonder Ebro is happy. Mr. Frank, it's like commercial after commercial. We see this bank, that's advertising now to us. Came out of nowhere. But they're advertising about their ATM machines. This Chi-Han Bank. Other news, we hear Parliamentary is calling for an emergency session to host Prime Minister Modi and hold him accountable. And hold him accountable for the neglect of the citizens for public needs. There's more talk on the television now about, before I read this, remember I told you about a month ago, Walking Stick said, Frank, this 2019 budget is different. So does it has a rate in it? I'm sorry, sir. We don't talk about rates. We don't talk about dates. Is it? I mean, different. More projects, more money, more funds, more whatever. More agreements. Disputed areas. Kirkuk, 17%. Ebro, Kurdistan. HCO 140, and if all those things have been historically unsolvable, and now they're completely agreed upon, well, then no wonder the budget is completely different this time around. And to get that many animals on Noah's Ark, it would require so much food. To settle and to be peaceful and to finally reconciliation with your own, your brothers and sisters of the Arab world, can only mean that this budget is swelling with so much for so many for the first time. Do you think they agreed on the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar? Parliament is calling for an emergency session to host Prime Minister Mahdi and to hold him accountable for the neglect of the citizens for public needs. Now, there's more talk also on the news about the 2020 budget today, saying earlier in September that it will be discussed and that the budget will be different than any other in the past. This budget will have money allotted for citizens. Money allotted for citizens. Money allotted for citizens. Money allotted for citizens. Citizens, we promise that your money will have purchasing power. Thank you. Sistini, calm down. You don't have to tear the place apart. Mahdi's going to get this done, and the CBI will make the announcement. In my opinion, it seems to me that Mahdi was brought in because of his relationship with those that created 5 files, one of them being Iran. I believe that Mahdi was brought in by the powers to be to settle any disputes, not only with Iran, but Kurdistan, Ebro, anybody that didn't get along with Iraq. How you doing, Jordan? It's good. Now, Mahdi, you did a great job. But you see, your relationship is with those that we don't have the best of relationships with. You've done well. Thank you. Do you mind just stepping aside and Abadi, come here. Take over again. Take over again. Mahdi, thanks, man. Because logic, in my opinion, says that that's the reason why Mahdi was brought in and replaced Abadi, and that's the reason now that Abadi needs to be back. Because of the leadership for his country. That's his specialty. And he was also a former finance minister. Yeah. I would like Abadi back. Nothing against you, Mahdi. But your mission is done. And when your mission is done, all good soldiers just fade away. Ask Dr. Shabibi, the author of what is about to be announced. 2020 budget today, they're saying, is in the early September, we'll be discussing the budget will be different than any other in the past. This budget will have money allotted for the citizens. Sir, almost every commercial today is Chihan Bank and ATMs. Then it goes to other banks doing the same thing. I didn't see that. If you want to know how to spell Chihan, you can see the name up there, that's no problem. See if they can see that thing. They can't see it? They see the bank, the name? CIHA. This is our gift to you. Because you see, this bank all of a sudden is doing the same thing that all the other banks are doing. Making it pretty obvious that Iraq is Article 8, wiring money internationally out of their country. Come on. CIHA, and if you want to study it with us, you're welcome to. And then the commercials, and this is the first time they introduced this today, but then the commercials kick off and it goes to other banks doing the same thing. Yeah, that's what they've got to do. So anyways, I said thank you. I don't think that information about Chian Bank is out yet. Thank you. Tell them I said thank you very much. Sounds good. He says that it's advertising all day, especially that bank, about their new ATM machines. Yeah, just constant. That's all they keep hitting upon. So I said to him, I'd like to present another scenario for his family if they can help us. Yeah, what you got? Tell them to go to the banks when they reinstate. Or excuse me, tell them to go to the banks and ask the bank people, when you reinstate this promise that you're telling us to add value, am I going to have to go to the new ATM machines that you're advertising about right now? To get my new small category notes and the coins? Or do I come to the bank to get my new small category notes? Could you tell me, Mr. Bank Officer? Now, in my opinion, here it is right here. There's the question. And I pose that if they answer that question, if they do answer that question, then in my opinion, it's because they know that, in the coming days, there's a date to answer that question. You see, I said to them, this question is set up to trap the bank. It's because if they answer it, then it means that there is a date coming for the purchasing power of their currency. Oh, yes, sir. That's nice. So, there's your update of what we want to share. There's more. But instead, I'd like to direct you to my forum. If you're not a member of my forum, I like when people tell me, hey, Frank, I like your report over at such and such place. I didn't send anything anywhere. They copy and paste me. I don't copy and paste them on anyone. And if it can help them, that's good. But if you're not a member of my forum, I would encourage you, go to ktfalways.com. ktfalways.com. Top right-hand side, login button, click on it. 3 things: username, call yourself something polite, password, and an email. Enter, wait 24 hours. Because our staff wants to make sure that you use the proper name, something polite. And we want to make sure that you're not a spammer with your email. Once we're satisfied with that, we send you an email and tell you, come on in. Use your password and your username. My thread is called Frank26 Daily Posting. In there, you will find a lot of articles that are copied and pasted and sent throughout the internet. On post number 121, post number 121, 121. In fact, let's see if we can look it up together here. Post number 121. Here it is. This is my staff sending it to me, telling me that this is my staff sending it to me and telling me, look, Frank, look. Did you read that? So now I'm going to click on the link, and it will take me to my website, and here it is, right there. Right there. I don't know if you can see that there. There it is. Then all of a sudden, in the body, right past the Arabic writing, all of a sudden, boom, right there. Right there. I'm so sorry. All right. It's okay. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is, once again, in my opinion, an analyst. Actually, no, this is not an analyst. This is a novelist, a writer, an author, a storyteller, well known in Iraq and respected. And this is an editorial report that he himself put out. You can find it on .net. That's spelled ANNABAA.NET. It's a network of information and study and knowledge of things in Iraq. It's post number 121 that was brought to us by our newshound, Don 961, as you can see there. And so you get an idea of, there's the picture of the article itself. So you can see it, so you can identify it. And it starts out by saying, Princess Saturday Dice Game. Princess Saturday Dice Game. Now, once again, this is a site that we have followed and used in the past. It's a site of knowledge and information in the thought of Iraq society, of information from Iraq, of its culture, of its religion, of its heritage, of its politics, of its economics, everything in general. The pulse of the nation, because we have the pulse of the people. And this author, this storyteller, this writer, he puts out this story. I'm not going to, read the whole thing to you. You go read it, so that you can see the highlighted part right there. Go read it, so you can get your own interpretation. But let me read it to you. What time is it? We got 10 till. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. And we're using both phones. Okay, go ahead and type and tell it. And what we have is the following. It's interesting. He's talking to another person in this story. And this person was telling him, well, what are we going to do? What do we do? What do we do? Life is rough and all that. And then he says, here's what you can do. I was watching an Arab, and when I read this, it may not make any sense to you, because you're not an Arab citizen. Also, I want you to keep in mind, remember when I told you that this populace that is in Iraq right now, the majority of them have never. Is that you? You just sent this?
Yeah.
Got it. The majority of the citizens in Iraq that are living right now, oh dear God, I just lost it, have never ever seen, a new small category note, have never ever seen a fill, a coin, never. All right, so with that all that in your head now, let's continue to read. So these guys are talking, and what do we do? Economy, false illusion, la la la. Here's what you do. Come on. I was watching an Arab movie in Abu Yassini Cafe in Ramadan neighborhood. In my pocket, only 10 fills. Enough. Now it should have hit you. In my pocket, only 10 fills, enough to pay the tea I drank in exchange for sitting in the cafe this night and tomorrow on Eid, and I only have these 10 fills. Yassin al-Akwazawi, if I'm saying it, butchering it wrong, I humbly apologize. So that tomorrow, Yassin says, so that tomorrow I can ride the swing between two high-rise palms in an area where there are many palms, holidays, and spikes in the hammocks. Led by donkeys or horses sometimes, my voice will be unleashed. The children, I'm shutting down. The children on the first day of the festival echoing joy. I suddenly saw Abu Yassani eyes watching me. I looked at the sky. It was clear with calm stars. I was glad that tomorrow I could, by the way, I saw 4 teenagers of my age, forming a circle and playing dice for 5 or 10 money. For 10, 40 fills. It's a big sum.
Quit being dramatic, Frank. Just talk.
Okay. I ain't talking about this. It's a big sum, and I played again and again. He played with them and got up strongly. No one said a word. I released my steps home. I rang the metal piece in my pocket. Are a source of joy. The source of joy in my pocket are a source of joy. A loud joy also swept my heart. In minutes, I became rich without much effort.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, on the first of Eid, I will be the richest child. I jumped and I crossed the fence of the house. Yeah, well, it's an interesting story. It talks about money, and it talks about how money basically just goes pretty fast. At the end of the month, there just is not enough money, is there? It's interesting when I read the rest, because there's so much more. I would suggest that you read this, because I believe that it's giving you, from the author's point of view, the heart of the citizens with the knowledge that they have about their monetary reform. You see, in my opinion, this piece that I read to you, because it can be interpreted in many ways. You see? Dream, in my opinion. This story is a dream of what once was and is to come. Purchasing power. I'm going to speed it up. We'll get to that. Sorry. I'd like to show you a picture. We get a lot of them, and every now and then I don't mind sharing and showing you. Look, this is one of the latest. Good. This is one of the latest ATM machines in Louisiana. In Louisiana. Chase Bank. And again, these, here, let me blow this thing up. I mean, these are the same machines. Now, I'm very happy that what is international right now, these, is exactly what Iraq is using and setting up. With the software, in my opinion, of a dream of what once was and is to come, purchasing power by the new small category notes and the fills. Yeah, very interesting. You know, I mean, look. Notice how the machine is literally a teller. It's not on the side. It's not in the front or in the back. It's not in a room by itself. It's up there with the other tellers. These machines are so advanced, they'll be able to talk to you. They're bilingual. They'll probably be able to curse at you. I don't know. But, wow. I'm telling you, in the year 2525, if man is still alive, these tellers won't survive. The ATMs, they'll take their place in the end.
Stop singing and just give the intel. They don't care, Frank.
So yeah, I got these ATM machines on a daily basis from all over the world. I like showing you the ones in the United States so you can relate to those. All right, we're running out of time. It is time for me to go and do questions and answers inside of my forum. I do it at 8 o'clock on Saturdays, but we've already sent word with our staff to let them know that we'll be running a little late. Because I also want to talk to you about an 800 number. Now, before I do, I'm not here to bash any human being. No. Human beings are children of God. What right do I have to criticize, downgrade God's creation? Yes, we have free will to be good or to be bad. But I'm not here to be bad against anyone. But I also deal with masses. These are today's Texas. And I still haven't gotten through all of them. There's a demand for me. I hope it's because I've been trying to be respectful. Some of you that don't know me find me to be foolish, to be a clown. That's okay. I bet you if we sat down and we had a nice meal or a few hours to get to know each other, we'd be friends. We'd be laughing. But the distance and the competition between my sharing and other people's sharing can cause friction, can be an uncomfortable environment. So you're asking me, Frank, there's this gentleman that's on the internet, and he's been telling us for the longest time that he has been given to release an 800 number that will allow people in the United States, I don't know, in the United States to go and cash out their dinars. Now, if you don't have that number, you're out of luck. No. I mean, what would all the banks in the United States say if our government set something up where you can only go to one bank, you can only go to one place to exchange your dinars? Because the other banks would say, but wait a minute, time out. That's why we're a bank. One of our services is to exchange, and we got a spread, we make a little money on the side, thank you very much. Really? We can't participate in that. That would be, I think that would cause a lot of problems in the banking industry in the United States. When he says, I have an 800 number, every bank has an 800 number. Every bank has an 800 number. You can call, hello? Who are you? Alrighty. Fifth Third Bank, where was that? Northwest United States, or Northeast United States. Well, Fifth Third, I got your phone number here on the internet. I Googled it, and I got an 800 number. Can you direct me to a Fifth Third Bank in my location? Sure can. Thank you. Hey, make sure that you direct me to the one where, are you guys exchanging currency? We do that. Yes, it is one of our services. Are you exchanging the Iraqi dinar? Yes, we are. Good. Make sure I get that one then. So I'm sorry for someone to tell you I have a 800 number that is the only number that you can call to exchange your currency. Well, then, no, that's not true. That's erroneous. That's powerfully wrong. It's dangerous to even say something like that, in my opinion. So whoever is saying it, I disagree strongly. What are we going to do at KTFA? You know, when a quarterback gets underneath the center, 888, 888, and he gets back and he looks at his target, what does he do? He cocks that ball, I mean, way back. Lasers, looks at his target, calculates exactly how much to throw in front of him, and he just follows through. I mean, the shoulders, your back, your buttocks, your leg lifts up. I mean, you just throw that sucker as hard as you can, because it's the receiver's job to catch it. I want you to catch something. You see, for 11 years, we have received the ball from the center. We've come back. We've been studying. We've been looking. We have found our target. There it is. There it is, the reinstatement. Now go to the bank and cash out. Oh, and by the way, at KTFA, at KTFalways.com, we're not going to just, shorthand our study. We're not just going to, throw the ball like right here. We're going to follow through, okay? And my intentions are that when the blessing occurs, that's it. No more study. But we will list all the banks that we know. We will list their spread. We will list their address, their bank manager, their phone number, everything you need in order to make a proper decision on where you want to go exchange. That's your prerogative. Somebody said, well, Frank, can we exchange with you and your broker? No, you see, for 11 years we brought you the dinar. Remember when I first started? There was, I think it was $1,250 plus $25 shipping for $1 million. And when I came in, I started selling it for $950, and back then there was no shipping, and we gave away free dinars. And the person that was selling at that time, he called me and he says, "How dare you?" And I said to him, "How dare you? I found out how much $1 million dinars cost. I can't believe you're making $200-300 something for every million. That's insane." So I decided, yeah, $20, $25, that's fine. And what I did is I got a hold of a good gentleman, a good man. His son well, maybe I shouldn't say. Yeah, a good man. And Larry, it turns out that I said, look here, I want you to sell the dinar. I'll bring you customers. He said, well, I have to register you. What do you need? Name, address, blah, blah. In other words, the United States Treasury, that's where my broker has his license. The United States Treasury says, okay, broker, you can have people to sell for you, but we need them to be registered. We want to know who, how many, whatever. Okay, we can do that. And it turns out that my broker said, I only want one, and that's us. So we, for the last 11 years, we have brought you the Iraqi dinar only uncirculated. Only uncirculated. We don't use a credit card or MasterCard, Visa card. We don't think it's smart to buy foreign currency from another country with a credit card. We offer you the ability to pay with a cashier's check, a money order, or with a personal check. Even a personal check, it just takes a little longer to clear it. So if I can help with the study before it happens, great. I hope we have 11 years. Our intentions are to continue and follow through when the study ends by guiding you to the proper places to exchange. You make your own decision based on the data we bring. It'll be empirical data that you'll be able to make a proper decision with. So we'll leave it at that. Somebody said, "Hey Frank, thank you for the dinars. I got them from your broker." I said, "Well, thank you for placing the order." "Hey Frank, you forgot to send me my certificate of authenticity." I crack up every time I hear that. There is no certificate of authenticity. No. It's like this is a card and it says this is certified. I said, that's a business card. What do you mean it's a business card? When you got your dinars, you got the dinars in the receipt, right? Yeah. And then there was a certificate of authenticity, right? Yeah. Well, when you go to the bank, you're going to take your dinars. I don't think they'll ask you for a receipt, but if they do, you'll have it. And what's going to happen? Are you going to give them the certificate of authenticity? These are real. The bank is going to say, yeah, whatever. Let me run them through our machines. They're real. Oh. So there is no such thing as a certificate of authenticity either. You got that? Okay. Oh, Frank, I belong to a group. What group? The Puxatawny Indian Reservation Admiral Chief China Syndrome Family Program, United Nations Humanity Program. And I'm going to get $5 for every dinar. Okay, that's good. Did you send your dinars to somebody? Yes, I did. You should have done that. You should never leave your dinars out of your sight. Let's pray to God that when you do get them back, you get the same ones that you sent. I don't know what these people are doing. I don't know what their shenanigans are, but I can tell you this much. Only a central bank can offer a rate for their currency. No one else can offer it more. Now, if they want to offer it more based on something that they're connected to, something tangible, something associated to it, where you can have more profit from it. But I don't know anything about that. I don't know anyone that's doing that, especially with speculative investment. Be careful. Be careful who you trust. And be careful who guides you. Because in my opinion, this currency, this investment, this time around, they're rare. They're rare to find. Now, finally, what I want to do is I want to show you this dinar, because when you take it to the bank, before you do, that's the first thing you want to do. Look at your dinar. I'm looking for 937. Highlighted, please. 937. I want you to, in fact, if you got one, why don't you guys pick one, get one and hold it with me. Here. Let's look at this if you don't mind. Let's start on the front page. Yep, there you go. That would be the front page area right there. You see the 25,000 mark right there? Right there. That 25,000 mark has the head of a snake dragon. Now, you have to look for it. The head of a snake dragon. Hey, Tink, why don't you flash this on the bill, and I'll point with this pen. First of all, are they looking? Are we in the right area? Good. The head of a snake dragon is right underneath. You see the last zeros right here? There's the head right there. Now, you may not be able to see it, but I'm pointing that out. And you should make what, Jan?
Hold it up a little bit more.
Hold it up a little bit more.
Okay.
You should make notes of this along the way. Now, the next part is, you see these people sitting right there? See that right there? You've got the code of the king. The code of the king can be found right between the two hands. You need a magnifying glass. The next area that is of interest is the horse's head watermark, and that would be on the other side. The horse's head watermark. Now, let's see if you can see the horse's head. Do you see it? Do they see it? Well, we should stay on the front, right here. Can you see a horse's head? Now watch, get the light out of the way, Tank. Do you see the horse's head? No, Wilbur. All right, then come on back. There, now do you see it? Yes, Wilbur. Good boy. You don't need a UV light. You just need extra light. All right. So far, you've gotten yourself 3 spots to be aware of on the front of this 25K. Now, the next one that we're going to do is the front again, the front right. And what you're looking for is the Lion of Babylon. The Lion of Babylon. Where's the lion? Oh, I'm sorry. It's right here. Right here. It was on the other side. You see that? The Lion of Babylon. Now, what about these markers? It takes a special material, special ink. This is the state of the art. This is smart currency beyond smart. Now, what we have is a roach. It's A-U-R-O-C-H, I think, something into that effect. But you see the animal? Watch. Right there. See that guy? And you see this one right here? Also laying themselves on a material surface that is extremely hard to reproduce. Now, speaking of material that's hard to reproduce, look at this. You see this right here? No. Right past the, I'm sorry. You see that little spot right there? Yeah, you can even feel the difference. That's a unique material that is not found in most currencies. They tried polymers, but that scared everybody, and they said, no, flush that down the toilet. They only ran it for one series. Alrighty, so now you've got the Lion of Babylon, you got the head of the snake of the dragon, the coat of the king, the horse's head watermark. Let's turn it around, and let's look at the other side now. This is the back side of this 25K. What's that? Hold it up a little higher. There you go. Now, let's start again, right in this area right here, this pink area. You can't really probably see it, but there is the horsehead watermark. Once again, can you see it, Jane? The horse's head.
I can see it. It's
yeah,
kind of
right. Maybe if I come closer. Can I see it now? No? Oh.
Better back where it was.
Well, you and I can see it perfect. And y'all probably can't, but when you put your light up there, look in the front, look in the back. Yeah, you can see that. Put the light on it. You can see that. There you go. There you go. So that's a horsehead watermark. A watermark. You know how hard that is to reproduce? To counter? Very hard. The next is a metallic. Is a metallic metallic ink, which is again it's state of the art. You see this right here? You see that bluish kind of grayish color right there? That is actually metallic ink stained on the front of this 25K. Hey, counterfeiters, good luck. Good luck. The agricultural scene is the lady. Where's she at? Agriculture. Where's she at? There she is, right there. This woman represents the agricultural scene or environment in Iraq. Now, this is going to surprise you. There's an embedded ultraviolet marking. But the problem is that, well, let's see, where's it at? Oh, I see, okay. This sucker's a little bit hard to identify, but let's see if we can see it together. Wow, this is going to be hard to pinpoint it. Okay. It's right about here. Right there where my pin is at. See that right there? You would have to get an ultraviolet light and shine it right there where I just showed you. And it's going to light up emerald green. Real pretty. And this emerald, this embedded ultraviolet light marking, good luck. I mean, seriously, that's impossible. Nearly impossible to counterfeit. Now, this is one of my favorite. This little area right here. You see this round seal? If you run your finger over it, there it is. Yup. It's raised ink writing. Good luck. Raised ink writing. Really? Now, down underneath it is a very unique serial number. Now, that is, without a doubt, Arabic writing. That's the numbers, okay? But there's a unique the way they're doing the serial numbers with this currency is unique. It not only can be traced back to its bank, but all the way back to its origin. Yeah. The optical spark feature. The optical spark feature. Let me see if I can find it. It's right underneath the round. Wow, look at that. You can hardly see it, too. It's right past the numbers. Right here, all along. Oh, shoot. Right here, right past the numbers. And then all along this, you see this yellow all along down here. That's rather unique, too. It's, remember that word I spelled A-U-R-O-C-H? It's sort of similar to that. Okay, the next one is the security thread itself. Right here. You see the lines are silver? Do. That's actually a metallic. In the United States, it's a solid bar. But here, they're broken up because each one of those is data about this currency. Those are the security threads is what that's called. What else is there to tell you? Oh, the color changing 8-sided symbol. This might be the grand prize right here. This is actually a color changing 8-sided symbol. And the way you do that is by moving it to the light. You'd be able to see it. Golly. Who made this currency? Who put this stuff in the hands of the Iraqi citizens? You know who. I want to thank you for being with us tonight. Next time that we get together, we will continue. So, all right, I got my currency, and I know it's good. What do I do next? I'd like to share with you what I think you should do next when you go and exchange. Also, our continuing report from our Firefly 7-7. God bless you. Thank you kindly for being with us tonight. And listen, I want to thank you too. I want to express my gratitude because I've been looking for a way to reach out to our following. We have a nice form. We have beautiful admins that take good care of it. We have beautiful members. But I wanted to be able to have something instantly because in my opinion, something soon will be happening rather instantly. In fact, do you remember our friend Kim Clement? When Kim Clement came on our program and I asked him, sir, concerning the Iraqi dinar, What does the Spirit tell you? The next time we're together, I want to play you a recording of what he said about the Iraqi dinar. Y'all take care. God bless you. Aloha. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. It's about time we got rid of that bozo. Anyways, it's kind of dark in here, isn't it, Tink? That's okay. It don't matter. We're just going to finish this up. Did you like that? Don't go too far, Tink. They won't be able to hear me. In fact, the closer you get, the less... What? Anyways, somebody said, you know that we can Google all of these safety features on the dinar? I said, I know. Yeah, I know that. But unfortunately, dear friend, there are some people that have, vision problems. Whoa. What is that? Is that a helicopter? Getting hit by the spotlight. Yeah, there's some people that, have, besides hearing impaired, vision impaired, there's a lot that I'm learning in trying to be a leader. And as far as my facial expressions, and as far as the way I'm talking, Aiden, you ought to see me in my form. I use something that's called dots. It used to drive people crazy until they finally got to know me and they said, whoa, I figured it out. And then when they figured it out, they said, that's clever. And I said, oh, okay. And I also want to thank you. You see, I've been sitting there watching your posting on the mainframe computer over there. Hi, Frank. You show? Go ahead, show. Go ahead. You knucklehead. And today I noticed a different spirit. I noticed somebody helping somebody. I noticed somebody answering a question for somebody. I noticed somebody saying, no, you go here, I noticed somebody saying, no, Frank means this, Don't you love teamwork? I do. And I appreciate that you're doing that. I realize about it, but we don't pay attention to them, do we? Of course not. This information, in my opinion, this whole call is in my opinion, the information I gave about the 800 number, again, I'm not disrespecting anybody, but if they've been picked solely, just them, to distribute an 800 number, where the Delarue machines are going to be at or something like that, first of all, they're not Delarue machines anymore. Delarue was sold out many years ago. Uh-oh. No, but this guy knows what he's talking about, right? Okay. As far as the 25 case, I know you can Google all those safety features, but there's people with handicaps that need the help. And there's also people that are just simply lazy or too busy. One of the two. And I fill in the gaps. That's what I do. I fill in the gaps. I would have been a good friend of Leon Spinks. 90% of everybody just went, who?
I got it.
Leon Spinks. Who that? You got the joke?
I got it.
You got the joke. Google Leon Spinks, and you'll see that I would have been his best friend, because I fill in the gaps for many people that don't have the time. We are going to continue this. How about next time that we're together? So now, okay, is this my dinar? Is it good? Okay. Whew, I feel good about it. Do I have my receipt? Yeah, okay. Do I have my certificate of authenticity? Who cares? Okay. So, all right, I'm ready to go to the bank. How do I go to the bank? Well, you shouldn't go by yourself. You should go with the team that you have established. And you should never, ever go to a small bank. I mean, they're going to send your dinars away. Like we talked earlier, I send my dinars to somebody that's going to give me more, Frank. Why are you so greedy about it? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It cannot be done. It's impossible. When did you send it to them? 10 years ago. 10 years ago. When did they tell you that, you would get this? Every other month. I'm not laughing at you, but do you understand the sales pitch? Yeah. Get your dinars back. Okay. And let's hope you get the same dinars back, because you see, that might have been one of the things that they did. my opinion, if I was doing this, I would gather everybody's dinars with whatever story I would want to give them. And I would take all those dinars and I would put them in a Middle Eastern bank and draw interest off of it. And oh my goodness, that's a lot of interest. Okay, so yeah, no, I don't know anything about those numbers and I don't want anything to do with it. Every bank has an 800 number, and whatever that person is telling you, why don't you give them a call? By the way, what's my number? 419-283-2552. Why do I give you my number? Because you want to talk, because you need help, because you want to cry, you want to yell at somebody, because you have a question that you've already asked and it's already been answered, but you want to hear it again, reassuring you and giving you hope. No worries. We'll talk, in my opinion. You see, I was raised in a Christian home. I was raised martial arts. I was raised to love and to respect. I may come across strange, but I do love you in the name of Jesus Christ, and I do respect you, no matter what. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. So next time we get together, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more. What should I do? I'm ready to go to the bank, Frank. What do you think I should do? I'll tell you, in my opinion, the things that you should have ready. Another video after that one would be, okay, I'm at the bank, Frank. What do I do now? Well, did you take what I told you? Yeah. Are they with you? Yeah. Start bartering. It depends. It depends on your power. How many how much you. It depends on your power, and if not, then you don't have room to barter with. So we'll talk about different ways to approach banks respectfully. Remember what I told you. You are Mr. Clampett. They are Mr. Drysdale. Act accordingly. Demand what is yours. Do not settle for anything less than what you feel that the Spirit has guided you to accomplish. Anyways, one more thing. I saw some of your postings. Oh, they have coins now. They have fills now. Did I say that? Pay attention to everything that we do and say. It takes a lot of work to put these videos together. Do you know how many gurus have come and gone? We're still standing. I'm still standing. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. That's about it. I don't have anything more to say. That Phil's was a story. Go back and listen to it. But why in the world would they give that story? You know? This whole generation of Iraqis has never seen a Phil. They don't know what ordinary currency looks like. You know, the 1 to 5 to 10. Anyways, okay, I'm done. I hope you enjoyed your conference call or your YouTube video. And again, I thank YouTube video. I suggest that you all look into this product. I thank YouTube for allowing me to use their product, to use their service, to use their server, to be able to communicate with you instantly. Because in my opinion, very soon coming days, we may have to talk instantly. Y'all take care. God bless you. Aloha, hui ho tomorrow.